So East India Company first began its trade in Bengal. So as the western coast were occupied by the Portuguese, the only option left for the England and English people was to trade in the eastern part, which was the Bay of Bengal. So they first reached to Bengal. As you can see here in the image, they have given a beautiful image of the Howrah Bridge. So the first English company was set up on the banks of the river Hooghly. So this is Howrah Bridge and this is the river Hooghly in 1651. The first English company was set up in the year 1651 on the banks of river Hooghly in Bengal. So this is important to note. Now, the factory, they had warehouses, godowns from where the factors operated. Goods and commodities were stored there. Next, they persuaded merchants and traders to live near the factories so that huge amount of materials could be provided, goods could be provided and stored. And then they started fortifying by 1696. So the fortification to protect the goods and commodities from other companies, they started to build forts in 1696. So they bribed the Mughal officials. So there were Mughal zamindars, subedars who were there. They started to bribe them and got zamindari rights over 3 villages including Kalikata, which is now Kolkata. So after that, they were expanding. They wanted more power, more resources to earn revenue and local income as well. So what did they do? So from the Mughal zamindars and subedars, they took zamindari rights and they had 3 villages under them, including Kalikata, which is now known as Kolkata, which was the center point of trade for the British East Indian Company. Then they got the right of free trade as well. So earlier there were taxes, just like now we have taxes on trade. For example, if you are buying something, you have to give some amount of GST on it, isn't it? So earlier also there were some costs or taxes and tributes involved in trading. So they got right of free trade as they were not charged import duties, export duties or any other form of taxes. And they had more concessions and rebates under trade system. Gradually, through different means, they captured other territories as well. So it was not just 3 villages, few towns. They started expanding and they started capturing and conquering other areas as well. Now let's have a look what is Farman. Now, Farman is a royal edict, a royal order. So I am sure you all must have seen in movies or in photos that there is this long parcha kind of thing, long scroll presented by the king to issue his orders. So they got a Farman. The company, they persuaded the Mughal emperor Aurangzeb to issue a Farman, an order granting the company the right to trade duty free, so that there were no import export duties or other forms of taxes. So they got this Farman from Aurangzeb and now they did not have to pay a single penny to trade in India. The company, they manipulated the privileges given to them. They had the order from the queen. Then they also got the order from the Mughal emperor to trade freely. So manipulated the situation in their favor and had the privileges that were given to them. The company, they pressed for more concessions and manipulated the existing ones. So the Farman that was issued by Aurangzeb, that only granted them duty-free trade. But the company officials, they did not pay duty even for their own private trade. So it was not just about the trade that they were doing with the local people among themselves, but also for their private trade as in what they were selling here. This caused revenue loss to Bengal and the rulers, the subedars, the zamindars, the local rulers, they started to protest against this. So here you can see an image of one such port where ships and boats are coming and a big factory is being set up. So local bodies, they used to bring goods from ships in Madras. So this image is of Madras, which is painted by William Simpson in 1867.